Hey guys, what's up? It's John here. I hope everyone's doing okay. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about the stock market index. So we're going to be talking about what the stock market index is and what different types there are. Okay, so a market index is a hypothetical portfolio of investment holdings, and these represent a segment of the financial market. So basically, an index is made up of lots of different companies, all chosen specifically depending on the index, and it's these companies that form the one index. So individually, all of these companies have different price values, but when you put them in an index, it's what all of these companies' individual price values is calculated, all added up, and that is what the index value is totaled. And different indexes will calculate their totals using different methods, but quite often it would be a mathematical average of some sort. So now we know what an index is, I'm just going to give you a few examples of the different types. So my first example is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Now this is a US stock index, and it's made up of 30 massive blue chip companies that are traded on the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ. So these 30 companies can chop and change a little bit, but not as much as some other indexes that we'll look at in a minute. So if a company becomes less relevant to a current economy trend, then it might be replaced by a company that is bigger at the moment and which is trending more in the economy to keep the index as strong as it possibly can. And in the US, if people refer to the market, so if it's up or down, they'd usually be referring to the Dow Jones. So it's a massive index in the US. But some people would say that it's not very diverse, and so it doesn't actually represent the typical US economy, because it's got only 30 companies, and these 30 companies are the biggest, they're the blue chip ones, and so they might not be relevant to all industries, and they might not be relevant to, for example, all of the different small companies that the US have as well. So my next example is the FTSE 100. So the FTSE 100 stands for the Financial Times Stock Exchange 100, and it is a UK stock index. So this index is made up of the top blue chip companies that are listed on the London Stock Exchange. So it's the top 100 of these. And this index is seen as a good representation of the performance of huge companies in the UK. So with the FTSE 100, unlike the Dow Jones, every single quarter, so that's 4 times in a year, they have a reshuffle. So companies that aren't doing as well will fall out and they'll move into the FTSE 250. And companies that are doing really well could move into the top 100, so they'll be made the FTSE 100. And this is a lot more movement than you'd see in the Dow Jones, which I think have only replaced their companies around 50 something times. But if you started with what the FTSE 100 was when it was first created, then it would be totally different to what it looks like now. I just mentioned the FTSE 250 very quickly. So this is basically the next 250 companies after the FTSE 100, and these companies can replace the worst companies in the FTSE 100 and a bit of a reshuffle, but they're not doing as well as the FTSE 100 companies. Finally guys, I'm going to mention the S&P 500. So this is another US stock index, and as you can probably guess with the name, it tracks the top 500 companies in the US stock markets. So this is actually seen as one of the best representations of the US economy because it's got so many companies in it, so 500 in total. All of these companies range from lots of different industries as well, and so that's why it's seen as a good representation. The S&P 500 is a fan favourite for investors, and this is because annually it averages a 10% return, and in recent times it's been even higher than this. So yeah, if you're wanting to make an investment, this has been a top choice for a lot of different investors. Okay guys, well I hope you found this video informative. I hope you got something out of this today. If you have any ideas or suggestions on what you'd like me to do a video on, then please just let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be happy to try and help you out. yeah, once again guys, this video is purely for entertainment purposes, just for a bit of information. Please do not go and invest all your money on something that I've just said without looking into it. Once again guys, if you could just hit the like button, the subscribe button and leave a comment, then I would greatly appreciate that. It boosts the YouTube algorithm, so it will help me to massively grow my channel and hopefully give more people some good information. Okay, thank you guys. See you next time.